Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderella Ejirika, and on this channel I like to share my journey with personal development, getting through depression, reconnecting and rediscovering myself. So I hope whatever I share connects with you and helps you feel seen or understood through your own journey. So today I want to talk about the fact that sometimes you can be healing, you can be having maybe you can be healing like on your journey and still be limiting yourself. So I'm going to use I told a part of the story on like TikTok and Instagram, I think. Yeah. Of how I went to meet with an older client, a woman, and how that meeting, yeah, helped me realize that in ways I was still punishing myself, yeah, or limiting myself. So this is the backstory today. I have tea and I am still sipping. So let me see. Hmm. So that's jasmine. That's jasmine tea with strawberry essence. Yeah, jasmine green tea. Just But anyway, so I went to visit like an older client that I used to personal train at some point, and she asked me, "Oh, how's your boyfriend? Who are you dating now? Blah blah blah." And I told her that me, I don't have time to date. I'm focused on work. I'm focused on things I want to do, which is not a bad thing, yeah. But I know deep within me, there are several layers to that, yeah. So she was so excited talking about her kids dating. Another person came in, she asked them to. So the conversation kind of like shifted towards me. And she was like, oh no, she said she's focused on work, blah, blah, blah. So that was an interesting experience. But that day I sat down and watched them. I listened to how they responded about that thing. And it made me feel sad, not because of anything. It made me feel sad because it kind of like made me realize how different parents approach different things. Yeah. How to some people in my culture, you don't have boyfriends, but they expect husbands. Yeah. How maybe even from my personal experience, I felt that I needed to completely be off relationship to totally focus on my career and my work and like completely not connect with anybody. And I will even point this back to this whole idea of wanting to look serious or look like you're serious with your life, which is a long time coming. Like I've been in situations that made me feel like I wasn't serious in my life because I wanted the relationship to work. Oh, this is a little bit more vulnerable. But yeah, that's what the channel is for anyway. So it's like that whole day, that evening, that beautiful evening made me I when I went back home. This was last 2 years, and I think December. I sat down. I was like, "Huh, wow!" And yes, like I was saying, it even made me look at even women that I grew up around, like my whole choice for even wanting to be totally focused on work. It was a way of still limiting myself, like not wanting to connect with anybody. It's not like I didn't want that in my future, but it's like the whole idea that why did I feel the need to completely turn that off for me to still be focused on what I want to do. I mean, I'm not there now. This is like a story I'm telling you. So it made me realize that you can be healing and still in some ways be limiting yourself. And that's the way I was doing that. That I feel I was doing that. Because I currently understand that even to have a relationship or a connection with somebody, you definitely that shouldn't take you away from what you want to do. And I understand my fear of wanting to completely cut that out, like for that period. And it also goes back to like maybe the women that I grew up around where they totally abandon themselves and the things that they want to do to totally focus on a relationship. And that's fear showing me. And then when I got to that realization, it made me really reflect on what I was saying and choosing and doing, to really get honest with myself. Definitely, I love to have like a healthy relationship with people, but I think that my also fear was, if I look at my past relationship, there are certain emotions that came up for me that I'm a little bit more intentional about now. I don't want to carry any other person's emotional weight. And this is not like you cannot be there for them. No, it's not that. It's that the women that I grew up around, they completely abandon themselves because their partners or their husbands expect this and that, to totally be at the service of him. So that was my problem. And that is why, like, moving forward, I was more intentional about, see, I cannot do another person's emotional work. I want nobody to emotionally dump on me, which was what maybe past people had done. Yes, I've connected with people that wanted, there was somebody that literally said he was trying to frustrate me to make me happy. I don't know how that works. That's toxic. That's crazy. That's just crazy. But like, it's this also conditioning that a lot of girls have. I know I had it before. I'm still working my way through it. It's not easy. I won't lie. Is it conditioning that they make you totally at the service of another person, where you completely abandon yourself, and next 4 decades, it's like you're a shadow of yourself. You are nobody without being somebody's mother or partner. You are no one else without your attachments to people, to your dad, to your mom. You're somebody's child, you're somebody's mom. You're not your own person. Yeah. And I think that's what scared me completely. And every day I'm learning how to individuate. Because if I look back, there was a particular relationship that was so distinctive for me that I felt like I was lost, and I felt like I didn't know myself. And that's scary. That's a scary feeling, to totally, where your identity is totally linked to somebody else's something. So when that thing goes away, yeah, not even like, I don't even want to get to the point of death, but well, then who are you when all those things are taken away? So that's even my struggle with depression. And I really need to be intentional and create an episode that really talks deeply of things that happened during that time. So, like I said, when I realized I was limiting myself, I'm like, I want everything. I want to have the balance where Cindy can still be Cindy, where being Cindy doesn't make somebody else feel a certain, like, where being Cindy doesn't, yeah, doesn't make another person resentful. Like, it's you wanting a healthy connection with everybody, where you can still be yourself and still have a relationship with people. It could be friendship, it could be romantic relationship. So that was one way I learned that I was limiting myself. And I think that even with healing, like I always say, the learning doesn't stop here. But it's also recognizing that it's all about finding balance. If there's anything like that, it's like, even trying to understand yourself, energy, be more intentional about your life, the things you really care about. I think that even helps us not make unnecessary things necessary in our lives. Yeah. So I'm still working that journey. But this is one way I figured out that although I was healing in my own ways, I was still restricting and limiting myself. And let me say this is when maybe a relationship ends and you go, I'm never going to do this again. I'm never going to this. So I'm going to talk about being emotionally unavailable, learning that I was, in another video, maybe in the next video. Yeah. And like, I'm like, this is when, like, that relationship ends and you go, and you think you're doing it to, I don't know who we think we are punishing, or we think that it's also a way of protecting ourselves, we're never going to do this. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like limiting yourself. It's like, because maybe somebody messed up or they fucked up, or they didn't appreciate something you do, you decide you're not going to do it again. Were you doing it just for them, or that is who you are? That is how you self express. That is just you. It's like me saying that I won't do this for somebody because somebody has hurt me before. And it's that's even why I said that most times when relationship ends, we tend to like punish ourselves, get angry with them and all the bad things that maybe certain people may have done to us, but we are more angry with ourselves. And we don't like that's not like a thing that people mostly talk about, but that's a time where you need to practice forgiveness for the parts that you played. Your subconscious recognize the parts that you played. Maybe your conscious self, like you particularly, may not recognize the parts that you played, but your heart knows the part that you played. And sometimes instead of really working through the process of healing, we punish ourselves for the past experiences we have. So I've shared the ways that I learned that I was limiting myself. I hope that if there's any way you too you are limiting yourself, you should. Oh, the dog is waking up. If there's any way you find that you're limiting yourself, reflect, reflect, and really connect with what's more intentional and authentic to you. So I'm going to stop here. See you in the next video. Share, like, subscribe, share with whoever needs to hear this that they need to stop limiting themselves. Because see, at any part of your journey, that's possible, even with somebody that's healing and growing and changing. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.